everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me. Well, today we're talking about Jesssfam, but an old video about Jesssfam. I've got a little list of like videos and ideas that I should do, and I'm just digging into that and like, oh, I forgot about this one. Because if you go to the Jesssfam Reddit, the subreddit that's like snarks on her, there's a couple of videos that really tend to stand out. One of them is that she stopped breathing, and the amount of videos and views that she got off this and how early it started on her channel and how it took off. And what we talk about in this channel a lot is the things that these parents will expose of their children to make money is unending. And Jesssfam is just as guilty as everybody else is doing the exact same things as all the gross ones have done. The periods, like if you type in Jesssfam on YouTube, what comes up is like Lilia period. As in like not period, like period, you know? And so this one was way back in the day, and she capitalized on this video a lot. And there's another video, it's about the, I guess, on Jess's story time, which is her like debauchery stories where she's scared to say this thing on her main channel, which is so weird because people are gonna follow over there anyway. But just about like strippers and Disney and all this kind of stuff. Jess is gross, is what I'm saying here. So we're gonna take a look at this video, but it's really interesting because I rarely go back into the vault on Jess's old videos. I don't think I've actually ever done it once. So it's interesting to see where she came from and what she did to get there. And let's take a look at it.
Turn it up!
So Jesssfam's got 1.69 million subscribers, over 2.2 thousand videos, and we almost lost her, which is the video we're looking at today. This one has 1.1 million views. This was 6 years ago, okay? And then again, she stopped breathing. They did another one around the same time and only got 410,000 views, right? And then they did another one about 2 years ago explaining what happened to her as a baby. Forced to make urgent stop inside room for my daughter. Like, she has done this a bunch of times. Something is wrong. Look what she's doing. Our last goodbye. Like, all the crap that's gone in her life, she will use anything. It doesn't matter, okay? To get money. My daughter chopped off a chunk of her finger. Like, this little kid, like, has the most crazy videos on here. It is insanity. And Jess will use it all. A heartbreaking talk with our daughter. Like, she's so gross. So I just wanted to point that out, that that's what Jesssfam does and has been doing since she was a teenager. I mean, I don't know if she's a teenager here. She looks like she's 20 here. But let's take a look at this video. This is the one that a lot of people say I should blind react to, so let's take a look.
Hi guys, so I just wanted to make this video. If you guys follow me on anything, then you know that Addie is in the hospital.
Imagine this. So if you guys follow me on my platforms, you'll know that my daughter's in the hospital because instead of being a good mom and taking care of my kid, I gotta make sure I update my socials when my kid stops breathing. Imagine this is anybody out there, any of these parents who do this, it makes me sick. Okay, when there is a literally life and death situations, these people will still update people on the internet about life and death. And some of them will update death situations and they will capitalize on death. It is insanity that this was allowed to happen and that people watch it. Oh.
I'm hoping that I can upload this today somehow.
Right. I'm really excited to upload this today, even though we're literally in the hospital. She almost died, but I'm really trying to get this up today for y'all.
I'm just recording this on my phone, so I hope you can hear me okay. And hopefully, like, none of the nurses walk in or anything. But I'm just gonna start.
Hopefully, none of the nurses walk in to take care of my almost dying child. Let's hope we get some privacy so I can do this video for y'all. Like, can you hear this? And I'm not clutching my pearls at this time. Often I'll be like, oh, I'm clutching my pearls. I'm not clutching my pearls. That's disgusting. Okay? This is her priority while her daughter's in a hospital.
In the beginning. Okay, so yesterday morning we had just finished eating breakfast, and for some reason something made me think we should go check on Addie. It was the weirdest thing. So I said, Chris, can you go check on Addie real quick, just make sure she's okay? And so he got up, went to go check on her, and long story short, when he went to go check on her, she was completely blue and not breathing. Like, I thought she was dead. I'm not gonna lie, she looked like she was dead. He ran her out to me. She was not breathing. I freaked out. I mean, who wouldn't? I like propped her up on my chest. I tried like patting her. She was not breathing. She was cold. She was blue. She was lifeless. And I immediately called 911, and oh my god, this is like, I can't even think about this.
I mean, I can't even think about it, but I can film it for y'all. I don't like this. Like, that's a scary story and it's freaking me out. And I would absolutely, like, I shiver when I think of these stories because I would never want anything to happen to my kids. And you don't want anything to happen to her kids either, but she's sharing this with you. Right? But they always say, like, oh, I can't even say it. I'm so annoyed, but let me say it for you in front of the camera instead. Like, they're so contradictory to what they're trying to do and what they're supposed to be. And the truth is, they get excited when this stuff happens because they get paid big bucks when this happens because they get tons more views. When you go through a stagnant channel, okay, go through any family vlogger channel, look at the ebbs and flows, okay? When it ebbs, it's like birth or emergency, right? And when it's not, it's just boring, regular old stuff, trying gummy bears or whatever, right? Just go look yourself. It's so crazy to me that they know what brings the views in and they will absolutely capitalize. And she capitalized on this more than 3 times on her channel to excoriate as many views as she can from this tragedy. They love it when it happens, and that is disgusting.
I immediately called 911 and they, oh my God, I'm sorry. Before the ambulance got there, Chris
Spare me.
Took her from me, and I was on the phone with 911 and they were giving me instructions and telling me to...
Yeah, if you don't know how to do emergency things when this happens, be better for your kids. So not only do they not protect them online, but they don't know what to do in an emergency. If you're going to be a parent, do yourself a favor and go take a first aid, first responder course, okay? Doesn't cost a lot of money, and it could literally save your children. It could save your children's lives. Everybody needs to know how to properly do things, specifically with children who are choking or aren't breathing. There are different ways on the human. You can't just be like CPR on a baby, okay? It's a little bit different. Do yourself a favor, even do an online course. I don't know. If you don't know anything, you're not prepared, and you should be prepared.
Tell them if she starts breathing and when she starts breathing. So I handed her to Chris and he put her on her back on the floor and started doing CPR on her. And he's not like CPR certified. He took a CPR class like 10 years ago and it wasn't one for infants. It was
exactly. Be educated. Just
a regular CPR class.
So you can because you can kill your child if you do that wrong. Their bodies aren't meant to have like even adults' ribs breaks and stuff during real CPR. So you got to be really, really careful here.
So he just took what he did know and like tried to apply it, tried to do something. And as soon as he started CPR, she started breathing again. And she turned from being completely blue to being like just more of a pale color, and she just slowly started gaining consciousness again. And she wasn't quite like opening her eyes or crying just yet. She was taking really slow breaths, and then eventually.
Let me give you every single detail about it all. When we're covering these videos, the reason we cover them is because look at the details she's giving you about her kid almost dying. She's almost giddy with excitement because she's finally something else happened. Instead of the regular content, we can give you this content. I wish YouTube and social media platforms would step up and just at least at the very bare minimum. Like they should almost adopt HIPAA laws, even though it's kind of different, but they should, a HIPAA-like law, like anything that has to do with your children's medical history, diagnosis in a hospital, any of that stuff. Nope. Because those kids cannot give informed consent to you saying all that stuff. And YouTube should just be like, look, fine, you want your kids to eat Cheetos, hot Cheetos, whatever, it's different than all of the medical stuff that you're putting out there. That one thing would be a great step.
Turned into like whining a little bit, so she just started like crying and then pause and then crying a little bit more, and almost immediately the ambulance got there so fast, probably like a minute and 30 seconds by the time the ambulance got there.
A minute and 30 seconds?
And later they told me that they were on the way to another call at the time, and then they got our call and they were like literally on our street.
Literally.
Like call it fate or whatever you want, but luckily they got...
She still does the weird hands. She's never stopped doing this.
There really quickly, and by the time they got there she was breathing and she was no longer completely blue, and they put her in her car seat and took her into the ambulance, and then we drove to the hospital where they started doing all kinds of testing. And so far what it looks like from the...
See, the kid hasn't even gone through all the tests and stuff like that, and Jess is filming this thing. She doesn't even have like the wherewithal or the care at all to wait till this thing is all passed, till you got all your diagnostic back, all your diagnostic imaging, all that kind of stuff back. She's in the middle of getting her daughter checked out, and Jess cannot wait to film it for you. So she doesn't even know what's going to happen yet. And she cannot wait. She even said at the beginning, I want to get this video to you right now, right today. Right? So she doesn't know what's going to happen. And yet she's still updating you guys. It's gross. You're a bad parent if you do this.
The way that we found her, she wasn't like buried or anything. There was nothing around her. The doctor thinks that she could have had a seizure while she was in bed, and obviously we're never gonna know if that's what it was or if it was just some freak accident. But right now they're calling it aborted SIDS, so they think that she might have had like started just to not breathe, and nobody really knows why SIDS happens. There's no real known reason as to like who gets it and why they get it. I have read that it peaks at 2 months, and I've been terrified of that forever. But she's starting to wake up, but we don't
There's a cut. Starting way out. I'm busy doing a video. Go back to sleep.
So much right now. That is all we know. They're just calling it aborted SIDS, and they're doing a bunch of testing. There's no way to know if she had a seizure.
This is crazy to me. A parent in the middle of getting all these tests done, and yet has time to update your fans on YouTube.
Because just because you have one seizure doesn't mean you're going to have another necessarily, and you can't do any testing to see if she already had a seizure. They can only do testing to see if she's currently having seizures. So they just now did an EEG, and yesterday they did a CT scan, and they did a spinal tap, and they did a chest x-ray, and they did, every possible test you can think of. The only thing they haven't done is an MRI at this point, and depending on the EEG results, they'll decide whether or not they want to order that test. And then tonight they're planning on doing a sleep study on her to kind of check everything out, but so far everything has come back negative. All of the testing looks great, which is why they think it might have just been some freak accident that nobody could have prevented, nobody could have foreseen coming.
Something's not adding up. Because she keeps going back to that. Couldn't have been prevented, there's no blanket. Yeah, something's not adding up. Like, would she tell you the truth anyway? Would she? Would anybody with a platform like this tell you the truth? Tell you if they were negligent? Would they? They wouldn't.
It was really just a miracle that she was found when she was found, because the doctor here told us that if we had walked in 2 minutes later, she wouldn't be with us today. So
why even say it? Why even say it? Why do you say this stuff? And look at her. She's like, it's not like she's sad. She's like giddy. Her eyes are shining. She's like, yeah, more views.
It's
not even funny. It's not funny.
So we were transferred obviously to the emergency room at the time, and after they did a bunch of the testing there, they decided that it was best to send us to one of the children's hospitals around who specializes in children, and they have been...
Is that what children's hospital do? They specialize in children? Thanks, Tips.
So great here. They're treating us great. Addie is doing so much better. It is just a miracle. Like, I can't even, there's too much going on. I can't even, put into one video, so I hope I'm not...
Shut up. Too much going on. You told us everything that's going on. What else is there?
Just completely sporadic, but she was literally completely, we
get it. She was blue.
She was dead. I've never seen...
You said that already. So she's got to make this video a little longer so she can put ads in it. So she's now going to repeat everything she just said.
Dead body in my life, and that was a dead body. It was not something that anybody should ever have to see, especially your own child.
But let me tell you all about it.
And then immediately when we got to the emergency room, she was opening her eyes and looking around, and I just kept saying, can I feed her? Can I feed her? Because I just wanted to make sure she could still latch on. And they said, yes, go ahead and feed her. And I nursed her, and she latched on, and she looked up at me and recognized me. And okay, sorry,
what?
Nurses keep walking in.
How dare those nurses? I'm busy in here doing a video about my almost dying child. Give me a minute.
Mid-video.
Are you serious right now?
Crying. It's not a good way. I'm trying to just think, we don't have answers. We don't really know why.
Repeating the lines again. The sickest part about this, and you might not agree with me, is that she has to repeat the line so she can reach a certain time limit on the video so she can put advertisements behind. That's literally what she is doing right now. That is absolutely disgusting. Because she told the whole story in a minute. But now she has to keep repeating, doubling it down and doing it because she monetized it. You monetize like the almost death of your child, you're sick. You are a sick, disgusting person.
And what happened, and I don't know if we will ever know, so all we know...
Repeated that line again. We'll never know. They don't know.
It's just a miracle that...
It's a miracle? How many times she said that now?
Is here now, because...
If we waited 2 more minutes...
Had it been 2 seconds later...
I'm never gonna see this video, and I can tell you what she's gonna say.
Chris not been able to perform CPR, like, she would not be here, and that...
You've said that 3 times already.
I can't even...
So stop saying it then! If you can't even, stop evening.
Comprehend that, like, it just...
You don't have to comprehend it. Your daughter's fine.
It's crazy, so...
Oh, nurses, I'm busy in here. Come back later.
I'm gonna try to get this video up today, which means...
Repeating that too. Like, are you out of your mind? I wonder, are the comments on this video? Comments turned off. Surprise, surprise. Surprisey.
My schedule might be off. We're gonna be here for probably at least another 2 or 3 days.
Oh no, my schedule will be off for my regular posting content. You guys, can you forgive me for not posting content? I'm here at the hospital. Are you saying these things? Are you understanding what you're saying aloud? How disgusting of you.
To monitor her and make sure that everything looks good and she's okay to send home, which I'm totally cool with. Like, I feel so much more
Her pointer finger's way too small.
Comfortable with her here on a monitor than I do like have
Jess has tiny hands.
You're at home, and it was just a normal day. There was nothing wrong. There was nothing around her that could have like caused this. It was just...
Why do you keep repeating that line? That's the 3rd time you said it. There's nothing around that could have caused... Okay, if you're saying the thing, you know what I'm saying? Stop saying that. You're sounding guilty, right? Doth protest too much, or whatever it is. Doth protest too much?
Completely like a
Taoist?
freak accident. Like
yeah, we got it. You keep saying it. Keep saying it.
It really knows what happened, which is why they thought...
Right, and if you waited 2 more minutes?
Maybe have been a seizure. So, if I get answers, I will try to update you guys. I don't know if we will. I mean, regardless, I'll obviously update on the situation, but...
Obviously.
I just hope that we do find an answer, or we find some kind of, like, peace in whatever the test...
There's a horn going off.
...shows. But she's waking up now. I'll go ahead and show you.
I'll go ahead and show you my baby that almost died. Let me go ahead and show you.
I don't know how, through all of this, she can still be her happy little self.
Because it's a baby. They don't know.
No, I couldn't. She's way stronger than I am. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh, you're such a loser.
Since then, she has been... Sorry, it's the monitor's beeping because she kicked off her little probe. She, as of last night and this morning, she has...
Put the probe back on. You can do it too.
...been her completely normal self. Like,
are you sad about that? Like, why keep saying it? Like, again, just, it's like writing an essay for high school and just trying to get that word count in. That's all she's doing here.
Smiley, talking, cooing.
And it was 2 minutes later.
She's been absolutely, you would never know that she went through everything that she went through.
She would never know either if you didn't film it all. Just saying. No one would know. No one would know. No one had to know either. Nobody's business.
To update you guys.
Just want to make sure you're updated first before I even leave the hospital.
Really quickly, I hope that sort of... Oh, she's pooping. I hope that sort of answers your guys' questions.
Stop saying your guys's. And why are people asking questions? How would they even know anything going on? They wouldn't. What do you mean asking the questions? Because again, she updated her social media thing while this was all going on. That's why. So before she even put this video on, she's making posts on all of her platforms about this going on. And so people are freaking out and asking, okay, I'll come up with a video. I'll do a video for you. I know you guys are all worried. Let me do a video. If your first inclination when your child's almost dying is to make social media posts updating strangers, you're a bad person. Not just a bad parent, a bad person. Okay? Shame on you.
None of my questions are answered, so probably none of your guys' are either.
Guys'!
But I just wanted to kind of update you guys and let you guys know what was
the nurse is here. I gotta.
on. So, yeah, that's
Imagine nurse coming in, you're filming vlogs about your child almost dying. Like, I would be, I hope you were judged. I hope they were like, oh my God.
that's it. So, cut me some slack for the next few videos, and I will update you guys
F off. Why are you even saying something like that? Cut me some slack. You serious?
as I can. So I will talk to you guys.
Her main concern over all this is that she might not be able to put regular content out. That's her main concern. Sound like anybody? Bonnie Holine? Bonnie Holine? Anybody? Holines? Sound like anybody? You can't make it up, guys. Their main content is all that matters. Okay, so again, they did that video. They got over 1 million views. And don't forget the thumbnail. They took a photo of their baby at the hospital with all the monitors and everything. And her crying, okay? And took the color out of the image. That's the most disgusting thing anybody has ever done. Our first scare, and that's 18 minutes long, got almost 500,000 views. Not even nowhere near, because people were like, oh, it's not a big deal, right? And then explaining it got 428,000 views. 3 times they capitalized on this. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but let's take a look at it. Unbelievable. Like, Jesssfam is disgusting. I cannot believe she still has fans. It's crazy to me that people still watch her.
I'm not giving up today. I think this is a very fitting song for you, baby girl.
Did she really just do that? I'm not giving up today. Oh my gosh, Jesssfam.
Changed into the cute outfit, and then she cooked in the cute outfit, and so now she has this outfit on. But that's okay, because she's cute. Are you ready to go take your brothers to school? I always tell my best stories. Why?
I always tell my best stories while driving my children to school while vlogging. Super safe, too.
When I'm in the car, because frankly, that's just when I have the most time to, like, think. Yeah, we're going to school. Or we're taking your brothers to school. Yeah. Do you want to film your 3-month update? Do you want to do it? Yeah. Are you going to stay awake this?
Is this what you're saying to your child? Do you want to film your 3-month update? Imagine saying this to your child. Imagine this is a conversation you have. Do you want to film it for the internet and strangers? Do you want to? Yeah, okay, cool.
Time. Right, I just filmed Addie's 3-month update.
It's yours.
She's smiling. So I got that done, and I got it edited all before I have to go pick up the kids from school, that's good for me. So I'm just waiting to pick up the kids now. Landon's sleeping. Your brother's sleeping.
Shut up!
And I'm actually looking at, I mentioned this before in a video talking about how I wanted to take the twins to Legoland for their birthday this year.
She's been doing this for her whole channel. Like, our first scare, and we're not even there yet. Again, she just talks garbage for the whole thing.
Need to sponsor this.
Oh, it's a sponsored video. It's a sponsored video.
Of the money with like so many kids to kind of like go filmed.
So I know I just did a quick, and maybe she did talk about it, but I didn't hear anything about what happened. There's nothing. And then she did a financial advertisement in there. What a piece of crap you are, Jesssfam. You're such a gross disgustoid. TM. That's mine. Disgustoid. Anyway, I'm glad I looked at it. I'm going to look at the other one that she posted about the strippers and all that stuff, another one, because, why not? I need videos to do this week because I'm going on the cruise this coming week, and I got to get ahead. So that's how we have to roll, because my content matters more than anything else, more important than my kids. I'm sorry, you guys going to cut me some slack for not posting content. I'm going to post content. We're going to post content on the cruise. You guys have any ideas of what you want Tyson and I to do? Because we are going to do another American snack haul. That's going to be fun. We're going to do that. I'm going to film the cruise and having some fun and everything else. And obviously you're going to see my ass cheek on a slide, which is like, I can't believe I said I was going to do that, but I have to do that. I've got a plan though. I've got a plan on how I think I could do this without like exposing myself to people on the ship, especially children. I got plans. Okay. I got ideas because I'm an idiot for making this promise. But it's 2023. I mean, I could walk around in a bikini all I want. And people aren't going to say anything. That's the craziest part about the world we live in right now. Who's going to say anything? 10 years ago, I'd probably get my ass kicked. Now I'll walk around in a bikini, people are like, oh, good for you. But I'm not going to, okay? I don't want like Frank and Beans popping out and all that kind of stuff. Like, bikinis aren't made for males, if you didn't notice, okay? And I got cheekies. And I don't even have a butt. My literal ass is the size of this. It's like this big, man. So probably this is my cheeks, okay? Tiny. I have a tiny little bum. So I got to figure this all out. But if you guys have ideas, you want Tyson and I to do something fun, do video. I have a skit idea I want to do on the cruise show. It's going to be fun. And all that stuff. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty cool. So I think we'll see. People are going to see my bum. I mean, I've mooned you before on this channel, so it is what it is. Everybody, take a deep breath. Thanks for joining me. we're gonna keep covering the older. I like going back into the vault of these older, of all these vloggers I snark on, because that's really cool actually to see. I don't do it very often, but I think I should do it more often. I think it'll be fun. So we'll continue that. You know what else is fun? You're fun. And awesome, incredible, and valuable. Don't you forget it, you need to be here. The kids need you, protect your kids. And I will see you when I see you.
Turn it up.